Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
2nd down, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These two teams, Titans and Dolphins, met last year, Week 5. That was Jay Cutler versus Matt Castle, and it was the Dolphins getting a fourth-quarter touchdown from Jarvis Landry, and they held on to win 16-10 in South Florida. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
There you go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st down, Drake, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Stills the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. A first down carry for Henry. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground. Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it? It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. These Dolphins last year, Charles, 6-10 under second-year coach Adam Gase. A regression from their playoff run in 2016. For this once-proud franchise, they haven't won a playoff game since the 2000 season. Yeah, think about it this way. 2 years under head coach Adam Gase, a little bit of a yo-yo. Playoffs his first year, not close his second year. They need to get... He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz. And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Now a toss play to Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. This is Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. They just need a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On 1st down, Tannehill looking deep now for Amendola. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
There you go.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Three down. Hey, fellas, you got 3. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it rolling. 3.
Again, it's Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play, Mariota to Davis. And even 60 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the Titans come up here 1st and 15, but kind of interesting, the Titans were penalized the 2nd least amount in the NFL in 2017. After the penalty, it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go. Keep it rolling.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown as a Tennessee Titan. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Right there, right there. Tiger. Yo, 28.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Deep.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Hurry. Hey, 20.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight 1st down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Here you go, Tiger.
To throw is Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Tannehill drops it underneath to Gore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. Sanders' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mariota to throw it this time. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
They go play action. Mariota on the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted a myth that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
We're all walking.
Tannehill on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Let's go. Deep. There you go.
Tannehill throwing again. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They come out here in the I. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive...
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Now Lewis. And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action now. Mariota dumps it off to Lewis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Working out of the gun. Mariota. And this will be caught. It's Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point put through by Succop, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
30. We're all walking. Run. Let's go.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And some room to work. And just shedding him off there. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Miami. 71 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They set up the screen for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And now running right through it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's go. 3. Keep it rolling.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now Mariota flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Spence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Zebra.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. 23 yards on the play. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now Tannehill steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he floated one out there incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and that takes us from second to third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
20, 20, 20, 30. Go, deep.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out come the Titans now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good. 30. Deep. Target. Check. Lucky. Clay. Here you go, target.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Let's go. Get set. Let's go. Deep. Got it. 30. Clay. Here you go, target.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left, and this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Mariota dancing to his left. And he's got some space here. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Now they go screen, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will get him one closer. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tannehill, flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Brian Orakpo in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And that might be Titan football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 42 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Throwing is Mariota. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Mariota. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable, as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will shave one more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.